Okay, so I want to work on this cover. As I showed in one of my other videos, I had used the stamp set from Anti-Virus Scrap and Crafts kit. I had made some of these and colored them ahead of time. I want to use that. I want to use a flower, and I think this. It might, oh, excuse me, it might get drowned out by the busy background, but I think it'll help actually get a little bit of fabric in there. That, and I'll see if there's room for this. When I had printed out the definition for coffee, I still had some other definitions left on there, and this one was for coffee house. So I thought I would use that one. I like this flower, so let's go with this. So I'm thinking just toward the bottom here, and maybe like that, flower, oops, right side up, coffee cup, maybe right there, and this could come in here somewhere, if it can at all, maybe like that. Okay, let's start with this lace then. Okay, now, while that's drying, I want to work on a paper clip or two. Now, I realize these are 1 inch wide, so I thought that I could do one of my clips could be a bottle cap one. So let's get that put together. We'll put that aside and put this aside. The next thing I thought about for paper clips is I want to use this washi tape, but it's kind of flimsy for what I want. So I put it on paper, and then I'm going to cut it out. I think what I want is some other paper to bring out that teal color in there. I think I want to use this Thanks a Latte stamp. Now what I'm thinking is of putting this right there. That staple will hold these two together, and it will hold the nice little sign there. So that's how I want that to roll, and you will see how that clips right there. Now normally when we do banner dangles on a paper clip, they hang this way and they go in the in our work this way, but this one I've got it oriented this way. I like that a lot. Okay, so these two are done drying, but I want to add a couple of little accents like this one. But I have these little brown colored half pearls I want to use. Yeah, I like the button, but I think it's too light. So let's see what these look like. Alrighty, and the other one is this one, which needs a back on it, but I'm wondering if I should also put some of these little pearl things in here. Okay, now that's also going to need a backing on it. So there was another stamp in the set that was also round, and it's this one here that says I break for coffee. It's pretty solid, so I'm going to see how well this will stamp out using the Catherine Pooler Fiesta Blue. Remember, with her inks, see, I'm not even pushing, I'm just laying it on there. I want to see how well this will stamp. You know, there's a die set that comes with this, but I also have a circle punch that's 1 inch, so sometimes it's just faster to do that. Oh, that's not the 1 inch. There, I had put the lace on top of it and couldn't find it. Now, so when this dries, all I have to do is glue this on the back, probably use E6000 so that I have a good hold on top of that paper clip. So there would be 2 paper clips there, and those will go into the journal. So now let's start working on the inserts that are going to go in there, and they are A6, which is, when closed, they are 4 by 6. So let's find our papers. So I cut 2 of these, and remember, we're going to have rounded corners, so I'll need to take care of that as well. We're going to need to score these just so we can pay attention to where the fold is, and we're also going to need to get papers for the inside of these. So because they're 4 by 6 when folded, when unfolded they're 8 by 6, and we need to score at 4. There we go. Now I'm going to get some papers to go in these, and I'm kind of thinking I want to go, instead of traditional, I want to kind of collect junk journal papers to go in. So this is going to take me a little while, and so I'll pause the video. So these are the covers, and I have some papers put together, and let's just go for it and see what we come up with. And I know I'll round the corners in all of these. Most of them have duplicates, but not all. I've got some music here. And I want to put in another piece of this from the paper collection. And I've got some mulberry, some wallpaper, and what would this be without coffee stained paper, right? And then I've got these, and this was a paper sack from a gift that someone sent me. And then they're not all exactly identical, what I have in here. Let me see how thick this is. I still have room to get a little more in there. And the other thing I want to do is to make some envelope pockets. Now, one of the things I had done at the thrift store was gotten these really nice, crunchy kind of parchment envelopes. And I want to glue them into each other. Because I want pockets in this. Now I want to see if I can get the folds in the same place. There. Now these are obviously too tall for this, so I'm going to cut it. Now one thing I could do would be to cut it in half and then have a chunky pocket in each one of these. I think I'll do that. Okay, so I just cut it in half this way. So now what I can do, I have this as a flap instead of a pocket. I could glue this shut and make it a more of an envelope pocket instead of this little sleeve, but I don't think I will. Okay, now one thing I think I'll do is do a little maybe distressing on some edges, and then these will go in here, sewn in like that, and that gives me a little more chunk even. And I decided to go ahead and use these as well, but I'm going to configure them a little differently. This one I'm just going to glue the flap down inside for each one. I want to get on camera here. Like that, and then I'm going to put that in there. It looks like it's going to be a little long, so I will trim it down and seal the ends, but it'll be a nice pocket this way. Let me fold this in the middle. So it will be a pocket like this, and like I said, I'll have to trim the ends so that they'll fit in here, but then I'll just glue them shut. So here they are. And now to shut those up here. All right. Now that this is dry, I have to go back while these are setting and just glue this on the back. Another thing I thought about was we have the stickers in the collection here. Cute. One of those. Very nice. Now I can also, if we want, we could put a mat on here of some of the papers. 3.5 inch square. Okay, I think I'm going to have to do something similar to this one. Okay, that's going to give us a pretty decent size notebook. So I think what I'm going to do is pamphlet stitch these together. Now I will give you the link down below to how to do a pamphlet stitch. Meanwhile, I'm going to line these all up to make sure they're exactly where I need them to be, and I will come back. Alrighty, these are stitched together like this. This is the pamphlet stitch right here. And on the insides, I have these little ties here. So what I'm going to do is I stamped out the little tiny coffee cup that came with this set. I love it. I think it is so adorable. And I'm going to sandwich the ends in between two little coffee cups and then staple them. Usually I just punch out a star or a heart or something like that. I thought the coffee cup would be a really cute addition. And then I just take the tiny attacher and staple right in the middle there. To give it a little extra sturdiness. Oh, that is going to be so cute. Okay, now let's put these in the PocketBook so you can see what that looks like. Oh, but first what I was thinking too is on this one, make sure I got this straight up and down here. Yes, this is the, I would want one of these stickers. These are 4x6 and this is 4x6. But I think because of bending, I might want to I might want to trim this down just a little bit. So let me do that. I'm going to take this and just trim it down a little bit so it will fit better. Okay, these are really strong stickers. Okay, now for the pocketbook. So just the back cover is going to go in here, and that is what makes this more like a traveler's notebook, because you can remove and replace new ones of these inserts whenever you need to. And I'm going to put one in the back. Actually goes this way. In that pocket. Okay, so you can see what it looks like now. Okay, and if you want, you can put another one of these inserts here and another insert there, but I don't think I am. However, we need to put our paper clip there, and then we've got our other one that had the back drying on it, which is this one. And let's instead stick that in one of these pockets in here. So again, if you want a string around it, you can do that. You can attach something here and tie it around, and that will hold it shut. But you know, it can get pretty chunky. So I love this project. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And obviously we can adapt this to other sizes. I just made this one for the A6 size. I hope that was something that you enjoyed. Make sure you look at all the links down below for how to get this kit while it's available, and for all of Auntie Vera's information, and for part 1 of this video. Thank you so much for watching.